is of the building completely collapsed.
You are looking at live pictures right now.
Rescue dog on the scene right now.
Good morning. My name is Denise Sanders, and I'm our Senior Director of Communications and Search Team Operations here at the National Disaster Search Dog Foundation. On behalf of all of us here at SDF, we have quite a bit of staff and friends and family here as well. Welcome to our search team pairing ceremony. We're thrilled to introduce you to our new teams today, so thank you to everyone at home that might be watching as well for celebrating with us from wherever you may be. We have a few special guests, including folks that have recruited some of our dogs, transported some of our dogs, as well as our founder, Wilma Melville. Wilma, can you give us a little wave? Wilma's here with us today. And we also have a few special guests, including our friends from Syncora Impact Foundation with us, represented by Melanie Bermudez. Melanie, are you here? There you are. Thank you for being here. Syncora Impact Foundation has donated over $300,000 over the past 4 years to help support the health care of hundreds of dogs in our SDF family. Their generosity is integral to the health care and ability to provide this level of care to our dogs, so we're incredibly grateful to you and your team, so thank you. Our entire SDF staff, if you look around towards the back of the room mostly, we have staff, everyone from our administrative team to our canine operations team. We have worked day after day to make sure that not only these dogs can be discovered, recruited, cared for, and trained, but then also helping these handlers transition to taking that leash and going with it forward into the unknown, but also helping them know what's out there and what they need to be prepared to do. So thank you to everyone on staff for everything that you've done to get these dogs ready. If we can give them a round of applause as well. We also have many generations of handlers that are here today. You've seen some uniforms, I'm sure, walking around. And sadly, our SDF family recently lost one of the originals. Our founding handler, Randy Gross, lost his battle with cancer on March 17th. Randy impacted every aspect of our program, and along with his teammates Rick Lee and Rob Sema and their canine partners, Anna, Dusty, and Harley, excuse me, they proved that this program would not only survive, but would thrive. So thank you all to the Sacramento teams that are here and for everything that that program has put into this program and made it what it is today. Now, I promise we're getting to the teams. To that end, we have been preparing for not if, but when, unfortunately, the next disaster will be. These 4 canines that will be going home with their new handlers from Los Angeles County, Sacramento, and San Diego, California, will be ready to help whenever the call comes in for a community in need. So before we bring them out here, let's look back at the training that they've gone through in the past few months, as well as our newest search teams that we're going to introduce to you in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Mandy Tisdale. I'm the Director of Canine Behavior and Training at the Search Dog Foundation. We are here at the National Training Center. It's the midpoint assessment, and our handler candidates are getting to know the dogs in the program in preparation for being partnered. They're learning all about canine disaster search. It's going to be fun.
So it's day one and we're about to bring the dogs out and have some collaborative play with the dogs. It allows us to build on that connection with the dogs. We're able to work with them on the pile and in other type of situations. Super excited.
So this is the barrel prop, so we use this to start training the dogs for the search for the rubble pile. A victim will hide in one of the barrels and then the dog will go and search the barrels and alert when they find the victim inside one of the barrels here.
Behind us we have a rubble pile and we're going to see how smoke with color being dropped in the pile and see kind of the different ways that smoke's going to come out in order for us to have a better picture and understanding of exactly what the dog might be sensing and how they're going to be able to work that back and forth to pinpoint where it might be coming from.
I'm gonna alert right here. Bark, bark.
This is our direction control field. It is laid out like a baseball diamond. We have home plate, first, second, third, and pitchers. That's our rocks that the dogs jump up onto. We teach our dogs direction control to help keep them safe if we need to direct them away from a dangerous area, and we also use it to direct them towards an area that we want them to search.
Now that we've seen a little bit of what goes into the training of these teams, let's go ahead and meet our new graduates and learn a little bit more about their stories.
Good job, Hawthorne. Good job. Okay.
So that truly is a very small piece of what has gone into these teams, and a major part of that is our canine behavior and training team that prepares the dogs to have their leashes handed to these handlers and then helps those handlers with that transition. So I'd like to introduce my colleague, SDF's Director of Canine Behavior and Training, Mandy Tisdale, who's going to come out and share just a little bit of the background of not only the dogs, but how she has seen these teams come together and those bonds truly form. Thanks, Mandy.
Yeah, thanks, Denise. Hi, everyone. Good morning. How are you all doing? Great. Yeah, thanks for being here. It's nice to see all these smiling faces here to support the teams that have been newly paired. So these handlers have been coming out over the last several months, getting to know the dogs, and also all about canine disaster search. They've put their heart and soul into this. I know their families appreciate the fact that, we appreciate their families' understanding of coming out here and having all this time spent with us. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first team. That would be Jose Arteaga and his new partner Sid with San Miguel Fire Rescue and California Task Force 8. Sid is a brave Belgian Malinois and German Shepherd mix who was once on death row in a Utah shelter. Luckily, the Montana Belgian Malinois and Dutch Shepherd Rescue came to his rescue. Despite being emaciated, Sid was energetic and just wanted to play with a tennis ball. The rescue group saw his potential as a search dog and contacted us to give Sid a chance at a new career. Sid passed his evaluation and was flown to SDF's California campus for training, where he quickly adapted and showed promise in the obedience and search techniques. Sid is sponsored by Joelle Cat Miller. So a little bit more about Sid and Jose here. As you can see, Sid has a presence to him. He's a lot of dog, actually, not only in stature but in personality. He brings an intensity to his work that is impressive. This guy loves to go, 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 as you can tell. He's not one to be sitting in the corner kind of waiting for things to happen. He wants to be in charge of everything. As we started to work with Sid in our program, something started to show itself. This big, intense guy who is a missile on the rubble is also a gentle giant. It was so fun getting to know Sid, who Sid really is, as we developed his skills and allowed and encouraged him to show us who he truly was. We knew we needed a particular kind of handler for Sid. In walks Jose, a first-time handler, learning the ropes and bright-eyed, ready to learn and absorb all of the information thrown his way with regards to being a dog handler. I will tell you, and Jose could probably attest to this, Sid gave Jose a real run for his money when he first started working with him. He did. Sid looked at Jose and said to him through his own body language, "Do you know what you're doing? Are you worthy of playing with me and my toys?" The answer was an unequivocal yes. Jose was tagged as a handler for Sid early on. Jose has a thoughtfulness about him and also an attention to detail that really resonated with our trainers, and specifically with Sid himself. As Jose worked more and more with him, Sid really started to show us that Jose was his pick. The rest is history. Sid and Jose are a solid team. Now paired, we are looking forward to seeing all they accomplish together and supporting them along the way. And with that, I would love to invite Jose to say a few words.
Good boy. Good morning, everybody. First off, I'd just like to thank, of course, my family and friends that have been supporting me throughout this entire adventure. I started with this about maybe 2 years ago after I got back from a strike team deployment. And when I got back, I couldn't stop talking about it. I knew this is something I've always wanted to do, and without their support, I know I wouldn't have gotten here today. So to you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. To the task force themselves, I met Joe, like I said, 2 years ago, and he was open arms invited. Hey, come out, start training, see what it's all about. Fall in love with it even more. Throughout those 2 years, they've guided me, and now I'm here. So without them, I know this wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys a lot as well. My department as well. This is something that is completely new to us as a whole, and they've been supported throughout the entire process. And I know without them supporting me, I wouldn't be here either. Without Sid picking me, the team wouldn't be completed. It's been an amazing time with him, learning about him and getting to know how, he likes to do things, because he tells me, as you can hear. But I'm excited for what has to come for us as a team and get out here and help everybody that needs it, and whether it's searching or just letting everybody pet this cute little face. I know he seems intimidating, but he's a love bug. And thank all of you guys for being here today as well. Without any of you, I know this wouldn't be possible. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Jose and Sid. All right. The next team I would like to introduce is Ivan Arredondo and his new partner Gizmo with San Diego Fire Rescue and California Task Force 8. Gizmo was surrendered to Homeward Bound Golden Retriever Rescue and Sanctuary, where his friendly personality and incredible toy drive caught the staff's attention. They believe Gizmo might have the potential to be a working dog and contacted SDF. SDF trainers evaluated Gizmo, and his incredible enthusiasm, as you can see, showed great potential in him as a search dog. They were right. Gizmo turned out to be a natural talent who brought intensity to his work, and he quickly advanced through the program. Gizmo is sponsored by Farmers Insurance and an anonymous donor. So a little bit more about Ivan and Gizmo. Gizmo has been described as the happiest dog on earth. He lives life to the fullest and is always ready to go and just loves to engage with toys and people. You give him a toy and his first inclination is to pick it up and present it to the nearest person for a fun game of tug. He's a character, that's for sure, and once he learned that the search game included running at full speed, using his nose to hunt, barking, and he gets his toy and a fun game of tug, he was signed it. He was hooked. Yeah. He was hooked. He lit up like a firecracker for the game. Gizmo's love for the game is palpable, and there's nothing better than observing the joy this dog has in everything he does. So we wondered, who would be his match? Ivan, such a respectful and somewhat reserved person who is thoughtful in everything he does when working with a dog. His calm demeanor and friendly approach to working with a dog suited him to be partnered with a number of the dogs in our program. The trainers discussed the match of Ivan with Gizmo and agreed that it might just be the perfect match, but we wouldn't know until we observed them play together with toys. Ivan, still early in his training as a first-time handler, blew us away with his appreciation for the physical beast that is Gizmo. They tugged together and played like a well-choreographed dance routine, only it wasn't choreographed. It was genuine play and appreciation for each other. We saw the spark that very day. That sealed the deal, and Ivan and Gizmo were matched as partners. Now paired, we are looking forward to seeing all they accomplish together and supporting them along the way. I would love to invite Ivan to say a few words.
Good morning. I'm Ivan. This is Gizmo. Just like to start by saying thank you to everyone. I want to thank my girlfriend, my family, my friends, our task force, my department, the staff here, and of course our sponsors. I started training with the team in November of 2020, so it's been a long road to get here, but it wouldn't be possible with everyone to support me along the way. And even though I know the journey's really just begun, I truly appreciate everyone who's helped and who will continue helping, and we hope to make you guys proud.
And thank you to their new teammates that are here as well. We have Linda Diorsi is here, who was handler of Cody, Haley, and now Hopper. And I'd also like to invite their new teammate, well, the dog's new teammate, Joe Zakar, to come up and say a few words on behalf of the task force.
Morning, everybody. My name is Joe Zakar, captain with San Diego Fire Rescue Department, also a canine search specialist with California Task Force 8. I have canine Dora as my canine, and I got paired with her about a little bit over 7 years ago, and I was actually one of the first handlers to stay here at the Handlers Lodge, and it's been absolutely amazing. To see the progression of where the training was back then to where it is now is just absolutely phenomenal, what the staff here at SDF does. First, I want to definitely thank the staff. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys are putting out canines that are getting ready for certification in record time. To our departments, San Diego Fire Rescue, our canine program manager, A.D. Barbat, he couldn't be here today, but he's been a great support, and also our fire chief, Colin Stoll, who has supported our USAR program and supported us in being able to take on these dogs. Chief Lawler, who is the fire chief for San Miguel Fire and Rescue, couldn't be here as well, but this is their first canine. This is their first dog, and hopefully it's their first of many. Allowing Jose to be here with us to take on these new challenges. So again, thank you for everything. We appreciate we couldn't do it without the love and support of everybody. Sid, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. But just thank you for all that you guys do, the support and everything. So we appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Search dogs want to work, man. They want to work, that's for sure. All right. The next team I would like to introduce is Brandon Anderson and his new partner Timber with Sacramento Metro Fire Department and California Task Force 7. Timber was spotted wandering by himself by a Utah police officer who contacted Animal Control for help. Together, they lured Timber to safety with a dog toy the policeman had in his patrol car. Although Timber was microchipped, the phone number listed was inoperable and no one came to the shelter to claim him. Luckily for Timber, his high toy drive and pleasant demeanor caught the staff's attention and they reached out to SDF on his behalf. Our recruitment team watched his evaluation videos and quickly said yes to this spunky Labrador. Timber is sponsored by David and Barbara Barnhart, Linda Heiser Seaman, and an anonymous donor. Timber. From day one in our program, he presented himself as a fun-loving Labrador with an insatiable desire for toys and to play with people. He is a solid, stable temperament and is a poster child for a working Labrador that also fits right into a family home environment. Right from the start, the training team fell in love with this handsome guy. He picked up the training so quickly and his confidence in search skyrocketed in the program. He is a well-rounded search dog and a fan favorite amongst the training team. It is quite literally amazing to us that this dog ended up in a shelter. It's really hard to wrap our heads around. He really is so great. A little bit about Brandon. Brandon is a seasoned dog handler. His first dog, he was paired with his first dog, search dog Winnie, and they had a long, successful career together. When Brandon was looking to get another dog, we knew that we wanted to pick a dog for him that really connected with him and helped him on his journey with his second dog, which can be challenging after you've had one. Yeah. Brandon is a great handler. He has a lot of experience, and he really could have been paired with any of the dogs in our program. So when looking for his match, and as trainers observed Brandon working with a variety of our dogs, it was actually apparent that Timber chose Brandon. Timber, an already fun-loving dog, lit up even more when working alongside him. And Timber really brought out Brandon's playful side. Brandon, I don't know if you know I picked this up, I'm gonna say it though. Brandon affectionately refers to Timber as Big Guy when they're working together. Hey, Big Guy, who'd you find? What'd you find? It's hard to believe that they've only been working together for a short time. They look like a seasoned team working on a rubble pile together with confidence. Now paired, we are looking forward to seeing all they accomplish together and supporting them along the way. I would love for Brandon to say a few words.
First off, I just want to thank everybody here at the Search Dog Foundation, everybody from administration to all the volunteers. Every single person here matters, and without everybody here, I don't think we'd be doing what we do. I have a couple teammates and mentors, Eric and Brandon. They've showed me a lot what to do, a lot what not to do, and another guy, Jeff Ivey, he showed me mostly what not to do. And almost forgot my wife, Kayla. She's allowed me to do this again. So I forgot to thank her the first time. I'll thank her again. And I do want to give a special shout out to the maintenance folks here. I've been here for a couple major events, and this place keeps running seamlessly. And we were here for a pretty big storm in our MPA. And somehow there was no power, but we had Wi-Fi. So miracles do happen. Thank you for that. And also the cohort, I kind of came in halfway through, and they all welcomed me with open arms. And I can't wait to do great things with this guy, and also thank you to the training staff especially.
I'd like to welcome Brandon's teammate, Brandon Budd, who is also partnered with Otter, who recently graduated and is also a handler of almost retired search dog Josie. So if you want to come up and say a few words. And thank you on behalf of SDF to your teammates that are also here today, because it's great seeing all of our veteran handlers coming back to support their new teams as well. Brandon?
Thank you for having me. 6 months ago, I was up here graduating, like Denise just said, with my second search dog, Otter. To be honest, that was the most I've ever heard him speak in public. The ongoing joke is he's like an oak. I mean, just look at him, right? And fun fact about Brandon is that he has an identical twin who actually talks less than he does, if you can believe that. I've known Brandon since 2017, along with my teammate Eric. He's been an amazing teammate. He probably does more behind the scenes for our team than I would say most people do. He has helped build an amazing training site that Denise and Mandy have laid witness to. He is always there when you need something, to whether it's just, hey, I need this moved real quick, or hey, I'm going to come out and work 8 hours for free to build our training pile. He's an amazing person. He's also a fourth-generation firefighter, which is very amazing, all the way up to his great-grandpa. Fortunately, he did lose Winnie. We lost her as a team last year, and when he showed back up with this amazing dog, it was like a dream come true. This dog is so stoic, and they fit personality together. Amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I would like to say, for the people that couldn't be here from our search team, Chief Chris Costamagna, who is the chief of the City of Sacramento Fire Department, is very heavily involved in FEMA. His brother, Pat Costamagna, who is an assistant chief in charge of our special operations. Battalion Chief Martin Cordero, who was unable to be here today. We wouldn't be up here without them, so we'd like to say thank you to them. Soon, our teammate Eric will be coming up here in the next couple months, hopefully receiving his second canine, and we really have a great group, and we're just excited for the future and everything. And thank you all for being here. Thank you to the staff for allowing us to come back, and we are very proud to be part of California Task Force 7 Sacramento, which was the recipient of the first generation of dogs coming out of the Search Dog Foundation. It does mean a lot for us to be up here. So again, just thank you to everybody, and we look forward to seeing Brandon accomplish many great achievements with his new canine. Thank you.
Thanks, Brandon. All right. Last but not least, I would like to introduce you to Alexis Miller and her new partner, Hawthorne, with Los Angeles County Fire Department and California Task Force 2. Hawthorne was generously donated to SDF by Kaiser Canine, and trainers say this little guy was a blast to work with from day one. He had fun searching for his hidden person, and although he may look serious on the rubble pile, he's quite the goofball and loves running around, chasing his trainers, and playing with fellow classmates and playgroup. Hawthorne loved his training and soon completed all of his foundation skills. Hawthorne is sponsored by Pat Snyder. When this little guy arrived to our campus, just a small pup, we knew he had a bright future. He learned the ropes early on and really grew up to be a search dog. He captured the hearts of many at SDF, and we saw him blossom from a sweet, goofy puppy into the sweet, goofy adult he is today. He is the perfect balance of hardworking and playful. He really just wants to have a good time. Now to Alexis. She is the perfect balance of hardworking and playful. She always has a good time. You see a theme here with these two? Okay. Hawthorne is quite literally the canine version of Alexis. It's true, yeah. They're a perfect match. A funny observation that we've noticed since Alexis has taken Hawthorne home and begun working with him is while he's always had a really strong bark alert, since being with Alexis, it's gotten stronger. He finds odor and lets out this amazing howl as he settles into the most beautiful bark alert you've ever heard. That's new. That showed up after they were paired together. Secure attachment, awesome relationship. He is happy, and we couldn't be happier for Hawthorne to be paired with Alexis. Now paired, we are looking forward to seeing all they accomplish together and supporting them along their way. So with that, I would love to invite Alexis to say a few words.
Hi, I'm Alexis. This is Hawthorne, as Mandy introduced us. Thank you, everybody, for coming, friends and family. It means a lot to us. It's been quite a journey, and it's just starting. We've got a long way to go. I just wanted to say thank you, Chief Short, Captain Topher, the rest of my task force. For giving me this opportunity. All of a sudden, I have no saliva in my mouth, but plenty in my left hand, though. It's an incredible opportunity, and I'm loving every minute of it. Also, I wanted to say I saw her earlier, but Wilma, it's incredible that you took a tragedy like Oklahoma City and you had this vision for SDF and you made it what it is today. It's the first time I came up here, I was just, my jaw dropped at what's accomplished here. The facilities are amazing. The people that support all the facilities, the trainers, Mandy, your training staff, it's incredible what you get these dogs to do, and they love it. So thank you everybody, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Congratulations, you guys. And again, we have a very strong presence here from California Task Force 2, Los Angeles County Fire Department. I'd like to invite Chief Greg Short to come up and say a few words on behalf of the task force and fire department as they welcome, I don't know how many dogs it is, I didn't count beforehand, but quite a few that have been coming along. And so it's wonderful to add another teammate to the team.
Good morning. My name is Greg Short. I'm the current program manager for California Task Force 2. I just first of all just like to say thank you to the Search Dog Foundation, all the donors. This last year has been an eye-opener for me in my position and being able to see what happens here and how the support is so great. The amount of work that goes in here and into our teams is second to none. I travel around the world watching other teams, and I cannot find anyone else that does it the way that we do it. And that is for the people that are here. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm part of the USAR task force team. We are part of 28 of the FEMA USAR teams in the United States. We also are USA 2, so we have the ability to deploy internationally. So not only will Alexis be able to serve the community that she serves here in Los Angeles County, but she's going to serve the United States and then also the world. We can go to any country at any time, and we're relying on her and the rest of the team to help us find people. Just to give you a little background, when we take a team out of the country, we're taking 80 people. And it is truly a team. We're taking task force leaders, plans team managers, technical information specialists, communication, rescue specialists, search team managers, doctors, structure specialists. We're taking a huge group of people to help us make this happen. But if you think about where the true boots hit the ground, we're there to find people. We're there to locate people that are entombed so we can save their lives. And when we save lives, it's like the whole team is completely energized, and that is why we're here to do what we do. So the training that Alexis is doing, all the handlers, it is truly remarkable. Going back to SDF, if we didn't have you, I wonder what it would look like, but it's true for me to look and see this relationship that we have, and it shows what right looks like. So I think anyone around the country or even around the world could come here and learn from SDF to see what they have. So on behalf of Los Angeles County Fire Department, Fire Chief Anthony Maroney, I'd like to welcome Alexis to our task force and welcome to the family.
I promise the teams are coming back. That was not the last you'll see of them. Now that they've been officially partnered, these teams will receive follow-up training. It doesn't stop here. It actually starts here, believe it or not. I know we saw all the training that went on beforehand. There's a lot more to come. In addition to the weekly search team training with all of their task force teammates, they also are going to start working towards certification, which allows them to deploy either within their areas, within the United States and the world. So without further ado, we are proud to introduce officially for the first time America's newest canine disaster search teams, Jose Ardiaga and Sid, Ivan Arredondo and Gizmo, Brandon Anderson and Timber, and Alexis Miller and Hawthorne. I know. Sid, I have to speak a little bit more, I'm sorry. Thank you to California Task Force 2, California Task Force 7, California Task Force 8, and Los Angeles County Fire Department, Sacramento Metro Fire Department, San Miguel Fire and Rescue, and San Diego Fire Rescue for your support of these new search teams and the canine programs. It truly, as Chief Short mentioned, it takes a concerted effort of our partnerships to get these teams set up for success and to ensure that they're guided along their journey and they're not on their own. It is truly a group effort. But together we know that with these teams and those that are already paws and boots on the ground, that we'll continue strengthening disaster response in this country and the world through our collective efforts. So thank you to everyone who's watching at home, all of you here today, for being here to support them as well. It does not go unnoticed that the support from home is imperative in the work that they do. They cannot do it alone. So thank all of you for being here today. That concludes our pairing ceremony. So from all of us here at the National Training Center, thank you all for being part of the search. Let's give them one more round of applause.